As a musical director, Candide is the score. I mean, you think about scores written for Broadway, Sondheim, Cole Porter, there's so many great things, but Candide is literally the greatest piece of music composed for Broadway. On top of the amazing Bernstein score, you do have lyrics, Stephen Sondheim, Richard Wilbur, Dorothy Parker, John Latouche, great minds, books by people like Lillian Hellman, Hugh Wheeler, so many smart people put this together. So as a musician, to be in touch with this score that Bernstein himself conducted, we can watch that, we can hear that, is thrilling. The Voltaire is so beautiful and witty, and I think that Bernstein captured so much of that, more than people think he did, and I'm looking forward to getting to play with that in rehearsal. When you get the phone call saying, Candide, Mary Zimmerman, it seems so obvious. I don't know why no one thought of it before. Mary's work is so brilliant with episodic tales. I mean, when I saw Metamorphosis in New York, I didn't get to see it here, I saw it in New York, I was blown away because I've read those things, and to see them work so beautifully on stage. And of course, people have said the challenge of Candide is the book. So to hear that Mary Zimmerman is going to sculpt the book around the score, it just seems like there's so much possibility. It's going to work so beautifully. And, you know, being in the room with Mary every day, her energy is so exciting. She's one of the smartest people I've ever met. So to hear that intellect applied to a really intellectual, satirical, witty text, and I get to be the person who just seamlessly weaves the score into what she's doing. Candide, I think, is even more resonant now and applicable to our times than the times in which it originally premiered on Broadway. But what's so great when you read Candide and why it feels so timeless is the satire, the wit, the irony, and if you think about our culture, comedians in our culture, actors in our culture, those are very descriptive of what they do, how they talk. That bite, I think, is in our culture now. There's a thought that the score is not participating in that, but I think that is only reflective of how people tend to sing the score. I think there is a lot of bite there, a lot of social commentary there, a lot of parody there. Our task is to put a great adaptation of Voltaire's novel on stage that includes as much of Bernstein's music as possible. So my job is really to work with Mary and look at her adaptation and see what score best fits that, what songs, what sets of lyric best fits that, and also the order. Each version of Candide, the musical or the opera, has been in a different order, and sometimes it matches Voltaire, sometimes it doesn't. So ordering the score is a challenge for us. I hope that audiences, first and foremost, have a great time. I also hope that they get a greater appreciation of Voltaire, of Bernstein, of Mary Zimmerman, of Chicago actors, of musical theater in general. But I hope we can let them know that Candide is more than just a great score. It's a great adaptation of a great book that's really relevant to people.